Now, children, let's start question answers of chapter number 5. Answer the followings. First, you write heading like this. After that, write down question number 1. Question number 1 is, what do you understand by a food chain? How is everyone in a food chain divided? I have explained you about the food chain, that means who eats whom in the environment is called as food chain. You know that which animal eat in a sequential way which kind of other animals or which kind of food. So this is a food chain. So how is everyone in a food chain divided? Means how that every organism is divided in a food chain. So let's see the answer. How to write answer? The dependence of plants, animals, human beings on each other for food is called food chain. You know, children, in the food chain we have seen during the explanation time that every organism depend for their food on other organisms. Like we all animals which are coming under the animal category, we all depend ultimately for our food on plants. So always first means food chain always starts from the plants. Then one by one animals come in this sequence. Okay, so in a food chain 5 types of organisms are present. First are the producers, second primary consumers, next secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers, and after that fifth one is final consumers, or we can say top consumers also. Okay, so children, here I have already explained you during the chapter reading that producers are always plants. Okay, so plants produce food in the form of either in the form of we can say vegetables, fruits, seeds, or stems, root. Means different plant give us food in the different form. Okay, so that food is consumed by the primary consumers. Means primary consumers are those animals which directly feed to the plants. Okay, means which directly feed on the plants, not to the plants. So primary consumers are just like grasshoppers. Suppose grass is there and grasshopper feed on plants, and we can also sometimes the primary consumers when we directly feed on plant materials. Any organism can be directly become the primary consumer. Okay, so secondary consumers are those consumers, those animals which eat up the primary consumers. Just like frog, here we can take example. Means if grasshopper we take as primary consumer, then primary consumer is eaten up by the secondary consumers. And these primary consumers, just like grasshopper, is eaten up by frog, and frog is eaten up by the tertiary consumers, just like snake. Okay, and snake is again eaten up by the final consumers. Final consumer means those consumers which are not generally eaten up by any of the animals. They die with the natural death, like eagle, hawk, kite, or here we can take example of these lions, tigers also. Okay, so these are the sequential, we can say, steps of food chain. Means first producer and then consumers categories are there: primary, secondary, tertiary, and final. So this is about the food chain. Next, question number 2 is, name the natural disasters which have forced extinction of many animals. Means here they are asking about those natural disasters which force them means which help the animals to extinct or put the animals in the extinct category. Means because of those natural disasters, animals can be vanished from the earth. So natural disasters are like fire, storm, volcano, flood causes extinction of animals. Children, these are the some name of natural disasters. Other than these also many kind of natural disasters are there. Because of that, many animals species or many animal variety can be finished from the earth. So these are the some of them. This is fire. It doesn't mean fire caused in a small level or fire caused in some particular area. This fire they are talking about the forest fire, okay, which is on the large scale. And when there is a forest fire, many kind of species extinct because of this fire, because they burnt out, and after that their variety totally finished from the earth. So this is called extinction. And in the same way, sometime that storms come, that sea storm, that and volcano, like flood, these kind of some natural disasters. Because of them, many species going under threat or can be extinct from the earth. So next, let's see the question number 3. Question number 3 is, find the difference between extinct and endangered animals. So children, here its answer is, means here they are asking difference between extinct and endangered animal. So answer is, here you have to draw a line at the center and make two equal columns. First column you write for extinct animals, heading you write here, and second heading you write endangered animals. So what are the differences? When there are no more animals of particular species alive anywhere in the world, they are called extinct animals. Means if any species, or we can say any particular variety of animals, or we can say plants, they totally finish from the earth, means they will not alive, a single member also not alive on the earth. So that time we can say that animal species is extinct from the earth. Okay, so they are coming under the extinct animals. Here examples are, two examples I have written. So you also write two. If you want to write more or learn more, you can write. For example, mammoth and dodo. So here you can make point, means this you can write first point, and for example you can write this as a second point. Okay, and in the same way for endangered animals also, when the number of animals go down at fast rate, means go down means it will decrease continuously, and few are left, it comes under endangered animals. Means when any animal variety comes under the endangered category, that time we keep any animal variety under the endangered category when there is a very less number of species remain on the earth. Means when any of the species number goes down, decreasing or decreasing continuously, or we can say when any of the species start decreasing their number continuously, then they comes under this endangered category. So second point is example rhino, its full name is rhinoceros, and second you can write down tiger. These both the animals now come under the endangered category because their number is continuously decreasing, and government is taking so much efforts to save the tigers and rhinos. Okay, so children, let's see the fourth question. Why is poaching a major threat to wildlife? You know that what is poaching? Poaching means hunting. Animals को पकड़ना और मार देना अपने पर्सनल यूज के लिए या कमर्शियल यूज के लिए. So answer is poaching is major threat to wildlife because number of animals are going down day by day. This causes wildlife extinct. Here you write full stop and this T should be capital. Okay, and here what they given, children, poaching. Why poaching is a major threat? Because poaching causes decrease in number of species day by day. Means if human beings they continue kill the animals for their use, then a particular animal if killed by the people for their use, that time what happens, that animal species will ultimately extinct from the earth, or continuously if their number decreases, then sometime means the day comes when they come under the extinct condition. Means they will continue now finishing day by day, but after some time they can be finished completely from the earth. So poaching is a major threat for the wildlife, and you know it is a लीगल ऑफेंस. मीन्स ये कानूनी तौर पे बिल्कुल बैन है, मना कर दिया गया है. एनिमल्स को कोई भी मार नहीं सकता है. ओके, इमीडिएटली दैट एनी पर्सन कैन फाइल अ केस अगेंस्ट that person who is involving this kind of act. Okay, so we should save the animals or wildlife. After this, question number 5. Why do we need to conserve wildlife? Mention any 2 steps taken by the government to save wildlife. Means here they are asking us that why do we need to conserve wildlife? Means why we should conserve them, we should take care of them, and why we should not kill them. So mention the 2 steps by the government which taken by to save the wildlife. So answer number 5 is we need to conserve wildlife for, first is maintaining ecological balance, second is maintaining food chain, third is tourists come to see the beauty of nature, forest or nature. Okay, so children, these are the main 3 points because of which we should conserve the wildlife. Means if any of the animal can finish from the earth, then that animal can imbalance the ecological balance. Okay, there will be imbalance in the animals. Food chain will also completely disturb. Some animal will not get food, and some of the animals will be larger in number if any of the animal will die from or extinct from the food chain. So you know that wildlife are the beauty of nature, also beauty of forest. Many tourists, they come to see every year to those forest areas, and government is getting so much of money from this tourism. So these wildlife species are important for these three main reasons. And to save wildlife, what should we government is taking step to save wildlife? First point is national parks and sanctuaries have been made. Government saved wildlife, wild animal and plants to build up the national parks and sanctuaries, means to declare the forest area as a national parks and sanctuaries. And second point is hunting of animals are banned. Just now I have told you that poaching, hunting, these activities are totally banned by the government. And third is deforestation is limited. You know that deforestation means cutting down of trees in the forest area. So deforestation is limited, means only some of the plants or trees can be cut from the forest area. That is also by the government only. Government authority, they can only do this work. Okay, but it is also limited. Total means from forest area, that completely all the trees from some of the part of that area you can't deforested. So next is question number 6. How are animals treated by entertainers? You know that we have learnt in reading part also that how the entertainers, those give entertainment to other people and they are getting money from them, how they treated with the animals. So entertainers get enjoyment by watching various play of animals. To train the animals for these tricks, they are beaten by their owners. They are not provided with sufficient food. Children, when they are playing tricks from when they are entertaining the people by playing some tricks with the animals, to playing those tricks, their owners, they will not provide proper food or sufficient food to them, so that they can obey them and they can be tamed easily. And sometimes they beaten very cruelly, so that they can get those tricks from animals. Okay, and for the enjoyment or entertainment, animals are badly treated, so they are beaten by their owners also. So many animals, they were used previously for the circuses also and some other purposes also. So nowadays many animals are banned for these, means entertainment work. After this, in next video children, I'll show you or I'll explain you about the extra questions. Some extra questions also you have to do.